want to get to is this whole thing where you think you're cute being a bull in a china shop.
That's the way I was raised.
No, you were not. No, bull.
Absolutely.
I'm a big old dude, and I don't go. I can be like a ballerina on my toes in a delicate place. So I'm twice your size, and I can literally be lighter on my feet, and smoother and gentler around things. And I take up half the room you do.
I can be more careful, but I'm just saying I was not raised to not be a bull in a china shop. I was raised to be tough and tumble and ready to go. I wasn't raised to be some little poo nanny. All right?
Get off my hand!
Tomatoes! Wolf Tick Nation, thank you guys for tuning in to once again another Wolf Tick Videos episode. And guys, on today's episode, we are atop beautiful Mt Nebo in Dardanelle, Arkansas, and we are fixing to do the real-time review on the Axum DP with the Clark's M2 2-piston hydraulic brakes that old big brother Kevin 8 sent to us. All right, hopefully these hold up. We're about to, I'm going to show you guys around the park a little bit. We're going to bed these brakes in on our little downhill test portion, and then we're going to hit the real downhill.
You're going to bed them in before you hit the downhill.
Yeah, well, that's our little downhill bed in, okay? Yeah. Then we're going to hit old Polawless Kiss Your turn, and we're going to take the real downhill, 2.13 mile Hayes Creek run, and we're going to see how these puppies act today. Will they slow me down? Will they stop the Axum? This is a big, long bike. Hopefully everything goes well today because these are apparently the bee's knees. All right.
Well, I know you said that last time.
All right, yeah, they're supposed to be the cat, all that good stuff.
You said that before too.
Yeah, they're supposed to be the.
Yeah, I think you've mentioned that one. At least I have.
Yeah, you did that one. So, guys, without further ado, let's get this real-time review started, and let's see how these things treat us today. All right, we have not messed with these brakes at all. We're going to talk all about them going down the Hayes Creek run. All right, let's get after it. All right, we got the Axum DP all settled up. Now we are here at the visitor center atop Mt Nebo, and we got a bike wash station over there. It's pretty sweet, getting the Lezine turned on. So maybe we can do a top speed for you guys today and see what we can slow down to. But again, we're gonna be bedding the brakes here shortly. Anything you want to say?
Where are you looking?
You don't know. Nobody knows where I'm looking. I got the Outdoor Master glasses on, but all right, let's do this. We're headed to Hayes Creek, the downhill 2.13 mile Black Diamond. I love that trail. Now, if you are new to Wolf Tick Videos, please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. And if this is your first time here, real-time review, I'm gonna ride and talk about the brakes performance. And remember guys, we have not adjusted these whatsoever. They do have a bite adjustment. They do have a reach adjustment. Nothing's been messed with on them. Part of the 3C trail you guys never get to see. Little Bambi right here. You guys see old Bambi? See how close we can get to him. Oh, there he goes. Some more cabins you guys can rent out. Apparently, I never knew this, but they have a pool over there. Swimming pool over that way. Camping area up on the top, playground. And we've got Sunrise Point on the opposite side. That's where 3C starts, or the triple C as we call it. Here we go. The bedding process. Let's see what speed we get up to with the Lezine bike chick computer. She got me. We're gonna go down this massive hill here. I'm not sure on the elevation. Well, we're actually at 1,692 feet, so we're right at 1,700 feet. Forgot that Lezine has got that. We're gonna bed these brakes in. We're gonna go with the rear first. And let me tell you guys something. If these brakes are anything like they are right now going down the mountain, if they feel like this is going to be a damn good review for these brakes. I think you can get them they're all over the internet at different places, but our affiliate links, I believe one set is 80 and one set's 40. You guys can feel more than free to check those affiliate links out. They do help us out a little bit. Don't cost anything extra to you, but we're going front and rear right now, and the amount of grab I'm getting is great. We've never braked with these things before, so. And the rotors were cleaned after I did my little bend job on the rear rotor. We did clean them with alcohol, so we are all set to go. And we're going 25 miles an hour, 26. Going back and forth between the front and the rear. And they do feel good. I want to say though, that rear after squeezing it, I am getting a little bit of fade on the rear already by holding it for a long period of time. That could be due to heat. But I mean, it feels strong there. And I'm just curious if we were to adjust the amount of bite on here, if that would make that big of a difference. But all right, guys, we've got the Lawless Kisser on turn up here. Let's get ready to do this. Yeah, Hayes Creek Run, Clark's M1, M2, hydraulic 2-piston brakes. Let's see if they're the next best thing since sliced bread, shall we? Let's do it, baby. Axum DP with the new Delium tires. We'll put some affiliate links for those as well. These are some awesome tires. Speaking of tire reviews, we got a good one coming up on Thursday, guys. Next episode. All right. Nice jumpers here. Okay, I'm gonna start out with just one finger. Well, lost my camera. Hang on, lost the camera. There she is. All right, well, I was trying to get the rear view for you guys. I'm gonna have to switch this to the bar mount. One sec. Dude, that mount is completely broke. Look at that. How did that break? I was like, oh yeah, let's just go ahead and switch it. Look at that mount. Damn, can't get the rear for you guys now. That sucks. At least I don't have a flat, right? Okay. So as I was saying, is we're gonna try the one finger brake through this whole first portion. We got a whole bunch of trail ahead of us. And I'm looking forward to these things possibly being what they're cracked up to be. There's no squishiness whatsoever right now. But again, that's not a lot of braking yet. Another turn here. One finger. Stopped me very good. Can feel those tires grabbing. Okay. All right. Wow. Those did very well right now. I'm still one fingering, which is kind of the preference, right? Little rock garden here. Two fingers. I'm sure be very comfortable on the lever design, grabbing my fingers. And that's one of the highlights of this brake is the lever design, both for these and the Clouts. And remember, this set did come with 180 millimeter rotors, but we're rocking a 203 and a 180 snail. So no need for the rotors. We'll use those on a different build. But I love, love, love Clark rotors. All right, we got a good rock garden here. Wow, slowed me down big time. Almost too much, so I can't get that much air here. Whoa. Still try to get a little bit of air, sloppy. Okay, second turn. I'm still one finger braking, by the way. This is all one finger. Woo! That front I can definitely feel when it makes contact with the pad. There's no guessing. Some of the budget brakes, you run into that not really knowing or not really having a good modulation, if you will. And this here, this front one, is just modulating all beautifully. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Somebody's got a flat. I've got a flat in the rear. We got a flat. Okay, well, let's get this flat fixed right quick. That's crazy that we got a flat. These things did so good the other day. Pressure and all that, 35, still the same. As I said, we got a tire review coming up Thursday, so make sure you guys tune in for that, okay? Let's see if we get a flat. We're filming that next. Let's get this thing swapped out real quick, and then we'll get back on these trails for this brake review. But the brakes so far, so good. Oh, dude, I am shocked on how much these things grab. Wow, there is a viewer I'm gonna have to give a shout out to if everything goes good when we get to the bottom of Hayes Creek. Okay, we're in the parking lot. He was saying, man, these brakes do such a good job. They've always treated me really well. You're gonna love them. And I have yet to find a brake that we've loved on the Axum yet. I mean, going back to the brakes with the Redlands, right, we're in Missouri. The Maguras, or the Marocas, I mean, weren't all that great. We got some new pads for them. They helped a little bit. Oh. And then we went to the Clout ones. Not the greatest. So when homeboy, I forget his name, but I'll give him a shout when we get to the bottom, if it goes good. When he was like, oh man, whoo, you're gonna love them. I was doubting them. But right now, guys, I'm one finger braking. They're gripping so well. Now I think if I were to have a negative thing to say about them right now, my feelings on them is there is a little bit of pad movement, which isn't a huge deal, but it does kind of mess up the modulation, because the modulation is great with these things. Got a little drop here. Oh, nice. It does mess with the modulation a little bit because you're actually making contact and then there's a little bit of movement after that. A little speed area here. Okay, I've crashed here with the Axum before. Good, man. Wow. So a little bit of pad movement with the front and rear. Not anything to write home about. It's very slight, but it is there. But the thing that's nice about that is I can feel the brakes enough to be able to comment on that. It's not overlooking that, you know. You've got such good feel. And the great thing is, if I am able to adjust the reach, I couldn't get the other camera for you guys since the mount busted. Good air. If I can adjust the reach and bring them in a little bit, because they're still a little big for my fingers, a little bit big for my reach up here, that would just be the greatest thing. We're fixing to do a budget brake roundup. Who's got the best budget brakes? How much do they go for? And right now, guys, here's my turn. Woo! Right now, these things are feeling pretty salty, okay? I just want to say that. So I've switched this camera up for you guys so we can hopefully get a good lever feel, or a lever shot for you guys to be able to feel. This bike's riding great. You know what's nice is that big port that we talked about, that breather port, is so big. This caliper is warm. It's not hot at all. I can't really feel any heat radiating from the rotor like I normally can with most brakes. The back caliper is a little warmer. It is a little warmer. One of our patrons, old e-bike builder, he was saying that he was looking at doing a BMX bike, and something to do with he was wanting to make sure you get extra hose. Well, e-bike builder, I'm here to tell you, you get plenty of extra, and we'll be cutting this down when it comes time. I think this might be the brake that's sticking on this bike. And again, if you're new to the channel or if you're part of the Wolf Dick Nation, please hit that like button. All right, here we go. One finger brake, and we're gonna take it high. Oh, we're coming down, and it's grabbing with one finger. Again, into the churn. Damn. The only weirdness I've had so far was up at the top when we were breaking these in, or bedding them in, was with the rear having some fade after holding it for a pretty good amount of time at a pretty good click with the speed. So that's it so far, but they have yet to act up. Oh man, this is one of those cases, guys, where it's like, okay, it's working. Is it worth adjusting the reach, adjusting the bite maybe, cutting down the hose so it fits this bike perfectly? Is it worth it? Or should we just leave it alone? I don't know. I don't think I've had a double finger, two finger this whole time. Wow. The brake feels amazing. Now we're gonna show you guys the top speed. See what we get up to. Oh yeah. Tires are pretty damn fast. All right, guys, well, there was the Clark's M2 hydraulic brake real-time review, and there's a couple of there's a shout out I need to make, right? And I don't want to really say eating my own words, but I just want to say I did not think that the Clark's brake was going to, I thought it was going to be good in the beginning and then just fade and turn. But Aaron Gibbs, I told you, I'm a man of my word, I told you I'd give you a shout out because he says best brake 100%. And I said, dude, if you feel that strong about him, I will give you a shout out if they don't fail us.
Would you have called him out on it if they weren't?
Yes, absolutely.
Good.
So Aaron Gibbs, you were right, man. Let me tell you something. From the top of the mountain all the way down to the bottom, not one time did the rear act up or the front. These brakes were grabbing like nobody's business. There is a tiny bit of pad movement, you know, which isn't a huge deal, but it's and also kind of impressive because I can actually feel the pad movement a little bit with the levers, and that's something that you don't really see a lot or be able to feel a lot, you know what I mean, with a budget brake. But I was just very impressed with these things. I did get a flat today. on the rear, on the Deliums. I did not see that coming, so I know you didn't know that. I got a flat. Had to change that out, but other than that, man, the ride was...
It was installer error.
Yeah, we'll just call it installer error. But we got swapped out and got to finish the ride.
So the Delium's finally got a flat.
Yeah, Delium's finally got a flat.
Okay, so it sounds like you're pretty good on these brakes right now.
I'm really good on them. The only downside is the rear going down, bedding it in, and it didn't happen at all on the trail, so I couldn't really ask for more. Or the minimum pad movement with both front and rear. That's it.
So far, that's okay.
Yeah.
So when we do our big brake roundup, when we talk about different brakes, you think they're going to do pretty well?
I think they will. I told the viewers too. I said we're going to be doing a brake roundup. Now that we've gotten this done, everybody's been asking for it. Everybody said, "Hey man, we want to. What's the best brake? What's the best brake?" We never could tell you guys, but we're fixing to prove it.
Well, we're going to tell you what we think.
We're going to tell you what you think, our opinion, but. All right, guys. Well, that was another Wolf Tick Videos episode. I appreciate you guys watching as always. All of the newcomers, please hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. Check out the affiliate links in the description below. Big brother Kevin H, you hit it, man. You hit it out of the park. Very impressed with these brakes. Thank you so much for sending them. Guys, if you want to help support the channel, please look at buying us a coffee. All right? You want to support builds like this?
Or multiple if you want.
Or multiple if you want.
There's no limit.
We love that too. And if you guys don't mind a little bit of explicit language from me and old Wolfman here, you guys can feel more than free to go over to Patreon and become a patron for some extra content.
There's a little language, a little extra complaining.
Yeah, I recorded a patron video up there too.
Oh, okay, good.
Nothing special, just a little extra. Yeah. But all right, guys. Well, we will see you on the next one. As we said, next one should be a tire review video. It's coming up next.